travel. I feel like China isn't really put on the map of people's bucket list or people's wants and needs to travel to. But I think you should make it a priority because this is a really great country that has a lot to offer, and there's so much more beyond what you know. Like when you get here,
Challenges maybe I'm on my girlfriend, and me, I think it's to find a boyfriend.
I think at times you do find there is still quite a lot of sexism within China. I think it's definitely, there have been reduced risks, but there have been, like 1 or 2 examples of, fear, but not as bad as Scotland, not at all.
No, I've never had any safety concerns. I think the only reason or the only way that I'd have one is being triggered by something that I know from back home, and then going through like that emotion and then realizing, oh no, I'm in China, so nothing's gonna happen.
Welcome back again to another episode of Living in China series coming from China. Today's project was done by the help of 2 amazing YouTubers based in Shanghai. So I want you guys to do me a favor, go to the description right away and subscribe to the channel of The Familiar Foreigner and Tembles_M. Support them. Please subscribe to their channel, like the videos, share, and let's grow the channel together. So today's video is about what is it like being a foreign woman living and working in China. Subscribe and let's grow the channel together. Peace out. Briefly introduce yourself, your name, how long you've been in China, where you're from, and your YouTube channel.
Okay. Hello, my name is Tembles Mabuza, aka Tembles. My YouTube channel is Tembles_M, and I've been in China for almost 3 years.
my name is Aaliyah, and I have been in China for about 4 years now, and my YouTube channel is The Familiar Foreigner.
What do you do on the YouTube channel?
On my YouTube channel, I basically document my life, my travel and lifestyle here in China, living abroad as a Canadian.
Okay, so briefly introduce yourself, your name, and how long you've been in China.
Hi everyone, my name is Marina. I'm living in China already like 10 years.
10 years in China?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Bethany. I have been in China, I think this is my 5th year now.
And where are you from?
I'm from South Africa and the UK.
I'm Ellie. I am from Scotland. I've lived in Shanghai about 3.5 years now.
3.5 years?
Yeah.
How is it like being a woman, an expat, a foreign woman in China?
I think as a woman, I think Shanghai and China is such a safe place to be. I feel I am very fine walking around at night or just with friends alone at night when it's dark in Shanghai, because it's a very safe place, especially in comparison to where I'm from in Scotland. It's definitely a lot safer, yeah.
Being a foreign woman in China is definitely liberating. It's got a sense of like freedom. It's fun. You get to do things that you wouldn't normally do back in your own country. For me, it's also filled with a lot of growth and a lot of learning of myself. So yeah, it's just a very liberating experience.
Well, I've been abroad for most of my childhood, so I think China has been probably the least... No, China has been one where you think about it the least for me, I think. And because I haven't really lived in the likes of the UK, I won't be able to compare it in the way that Ellie does. So like, it does impact daily life, but not to the extent that I'd say, oh, it sucks being a woman in China.
I think that living in China is not unlike living anywhere else. Just because China it's just another place to live. People are friendly, you can get anything that you want to get here, it's convenient, it's a beautiful lifestyle, you can meet people from all over the world, and I come from a place that has many backgrounds of multiple people, so I'm coming from Canada for reference. And in Canada, there's just people from everywhere, all corners of the earth, and so coming here, it's not different. It's not too different from where I live.
Well, in the beginning when I was a student, it was pretty easy. I got a lot of friends. But when you start to work by yourself, it's pretty tough because it's still like Asian country where before it was like men's power, but things slightly changed and it's okay. It's not that hard now.
It's not that hard. Living here for almost 3 years, have you ever had any safety concerns for your life here in China?
No, I've never had any safety concerns. I think the only reason or the only way that I'd have one is being triggered by something that I know from back home, and then going through like that emotion and then realizing, oh no, I'm in China, so nothing's gonna happen. Like, I always get scared when a man is walking behind me, but it's, nothing's gonna happen. But because of that fear from back home, that trigger sort of comes back, and then, but I've never had an actual, concern of my safety.
Based on the experiences?
In Shanghai, yes, I think so. I think it's very safe, especially in comparison to the likes of South Africa. I don't necessarily feel unsafe walking around alone or at night. It's very refreshing.
Oh, absolutely. This is like really the number one, I think, top countries in the world, because I'm really like a street walker. I like to walk at night, especially after work, or like, you're at home and then like, oh, I have to walk 1 hour, 10,000 steps. And then I go around 11 p.m., 12. And
Definitely. I think China is the safest country I've ever traveled to, point blank.
What makes you think so?
Because I can walk home at 4 o'clock in the morning by myself after the club or after meeting friends for drinks, whatever it may be, and I'll feel completely safe. Of course, just as a woman, I'm always looking over my shoulder, but here I don't have to. Here I'm looking because it's habit, but anywhere else I feel like I'm looking because I would really need to. I'm fearing my safety or whatever it may be. Here in China, I don't fear my safety at all.
So you've never had any concern about your safety since you moved to China?
I wouldn't say no concerns about safety, but then that's always a risk just to have. I think it's definitely, there have been reduced risks, but there have been, like 1 or 2 examples of, fear, but not as bad as Scotland, not at all.
oh, mostly no. Like there are some cases, but of course if you go clubbing, then you really need to be careful. But mostly no, it's safe. It's really safe.
What are some of the challenges that, as a woman, an expat woman, you go through in China?
I think at times you do find there is still quite a lot of sexism within China, especially considering I was back in the UK recently, I was back in Scotland, and there was definitely, I experienced a lot less like sexist things, and like sexism has been an issue that even if it's not like blatantly to your face, you still know people are treating you differently because you are a woman in China, especially being foreign women as well, yeah.
Challenges maybe among my girlfriend and me, I think it's to find a boyfriend because like Shanghai is so big, there are like 20 million people and people just come and go, so to find stable relationship, I think for every busy foreign woman, it's kind of a challenge, I would say. But I think who is looking for it will always find.
If you're looking for it, you always find.
Yeah.
Mostly the way people approach you, they'd rather approach the man next to you first. But other than, and there's been a couple of instances of people just coming up to you or shouting something at you from across the street. But other than that, it's relatively, you can deal with it easily because you have to learn to do that in other places as well.
If the other women coming to China from different parts of the world, what is your message to them? Look in the camera and say something to them.
Just do it. Come to China, experience the beautiful places, food, people that China has to offer, and you won't regret it.
Come to China. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe to Tambells_M, please, and thank you.
I think, honestly, do it. It's a very safe place to be, and yeah, the sexism can be an issue, but honestly, I think most women learn to deal with that sort of thing, and it's definitely getting a lot better. Especially in a city like Shanghai, you find that there are a lot of foreign people in Shanghai, so you can find your group of people that you can get along with. Yeah.
I think if you want a place to come to that is safe, Shanghai especially, I think it's a very good option. But I'm not going to say it's the best option out there because I haven't experienced everything. But I think it's a good option.
All right, thank you.
That one, I think just believe in yourself and learn language. because I think living in China to know Chinese language is really, really important. Like even in Shanghai that we speak English, right? But about work, about to communicate with neighborhood, learn Chinese. This is number one, I think I would suggest to do.
I say come, be open-minded. It's a great place. It's a great country. You're going to meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds. And it's an exciting place to be, especially when you're younger and you want to travel, you want to see the world. It's a great place to come to and travel. I feel like China isn't really put on the map of people's bucket list or people's wants and needs to travel to. But I think you should make it a priority because this is a really great country that has a lot to offer, and there's so much more beyond what you know. Like when you get here, it's crazy. There's so much more.
When they get here, it's crazy. I didn't say that. That's how it was. Peace out. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we take a picture together?
Yeah.
Hand off my phone to someone. All right. Thank you so much for
Thank
talking
you.
to me.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Can I get this?
Yeah.
Okay. Your friend is next.
Okay,
So much.
thank
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Can I get a microphone?
Yeah, oh, I forgot. Okay.
Thank you so much.